Do you ever feel like you're spinning your wheels and not making any progress towards your goals? Have you been feeling overwhelmed and unable to focus on what's really important in life? If so, it's time to learn the 7 pillars of strategic thinking. With these 7 strategies, you can transform your life and start living with intention and purpose. By following these 7 pillars, you can become a strategic thinker and make the most of every moment. This video will help you strategize your life and make smarter decisions that will bring you closer to your desired outcomes. When it comes to strategic thinking, it's important to know exactly what you mean by the terms you use. A strategic thinker is someone who can think critically, analyze different courses of action, weigh the risks and rewards, and make decisions based on their findings. The term strategy itself comes from the Greek word strategos, which means a general or leader in war. It's easy to see why this term is applicable to strategic thinking, as it requires someone to plan and execute a course of action that will bring about a successful outcome. In order to effectively apply strategic thinking to your life, it's important to understand the different elements that make up this type of thought process. The 7 pillars of strategic thinking are: define your terms, set your goals, consider your options, weigh the risks and rewards, make a plan, take action, and evaluate and adjust. When you are working on any goal or problem in life, it's important to understand exactly what you want to achieve. Spend some time analyzing the situation and defining what it is you are aiming for. This will help you develop a clear understanding of the problem or goal and will provide you with a basis for which to make informed decisions. Defining your terms is a key step in becoming a successful strategic thinker. By taking the time to consider what you want to achieve and how best to do it, you are giving yourself the best chance of success. When it comes to strategic thinking, the most important step is to set your goals. Before taking any action, you need to identify exactly what you want to achieve. Take some time to really think about what you want out of life and consider both your short-term and long-term goals. For example, if you want to become financially independent, ask yourself how much money you need to save in order to do so. Or if you're trying to make a career change, what qualifications do you need to acquire in order to be successful? By identifying your goals and breaking them down into smaller steps, you can create a clear plan of action. When setting your goals, it's also important to be realistic. You don't want to set unrealistic expectations that are impossible to reach. It's better to start with achievable goals that you can work towards over time. Setting attainable goals will give you the motivation you need to stay on track and keep pushing yourself towards success. When it comes to strategic thinking, it's important to consider all of your options. What are the different paths you could take to reach your goal? What are the advantages and disadvantages of each one? What kind of resources will you need? Take some time to think about each potential path and map out what it would look like. Visualize the different scenarios and consider how the results of each might differ. Will you face more obstacles along the way? Will certain resources be harder to come by? Do some research to explore the pros and cons of each potential route. Talk to people who have gone down that path before you and ask them for advice. Think about how your actions will affect your peers, customers, and stakeholders. Remember, this isn't just a decision that affects you. It affects everyone involved. That's why it's so important to consider your options carefully. Take the time to evaluate each one and make an informed decision that you can feel confident about. When it comes to strategic thinking, weighing the risks and rewards is essential. It's important to consider both the potential gains and losses that come with any decision you make. Evaluating the pros and cons of different options helps you determine which course of action is best for you. First, consider the rewards that could come with any decision. What are the possible positive outcomes? What new opportunities may arise? Answering these questions can help you determine if the rewards outweigh the risks. Second, examine the risks associated with any action you take. What are the potential pitfalls or drawbacks? What dangers could come with any plan of action? Carefully consider the risks before making a final decision. Weighing the risks and rewards can be a difficult task. But by taking the time to do so, you can make sure that your decisions are informed and based on an understanding of all the potential outcomes. As you strategize your life, don't forget to factor in both sides of the equation to make sure your plan is sound. Having considered your options, weighed the risks and rewards, and set your goals, it's time to make a plan. Making a plan means deciding on the steps and resources you'll need to take action and achieve your objectives. Start by listing all the necessary steps to reach each goal. Think of this as creating a roadmap that you can use to stay focused and on track. Break down big tasks into smaller, more achievable pieces and give yourself realistic deadlines. Consider all of the resources you'll need, such as supplies, finances, and personnel. Once you have your plan laid out, think about how you can maximize your efforts and get the most out of your resources. Are there any shortcuts or other strategies you can use to streamline the process? Evaluate how much time and effort each step will take, and then prioritize accordingly. Making a plan is the key to achieving success in any endeavor. As the saying goes, failing to plan is planning to fail. While it may seem overwhelming at first, taking the time to create a detailed roadmap will ensure that you are able to accomplish your goals in an efficient and effective manner. Once you have identified the steps you need to take in order to achieve your goal, it's time to put your plan into action. This may involve making phone calls, setting up meetings, or taking other steps necessary to make progress. Taking action can be difficult and uncomfortable, but it is a necessary part of achieving your goals. It is important to remain focused on the goal and take consistent action until the desired outcome is achieved. In some cases, it may also be helpful to set up milestones along the way that act as checkpoints for measuring progress. This will give you feedback about how well you are staying on track and will help you adjust your strategy as needed. Being able to monitor progress in this way is an important part of keeping yourself motivated and focused on the task at hand. Finally, it's important to remain flexible and open to new ideas as you take action. As you move forward with your plan, you may discover new opportunities or face unexpected challenges. By remaining open to these possibilities, you can ensure that you make the most of your resources and achieve the best possible outcome. Once you have taken action towards achieving your goals, it is important to take time to evaluate the results. This can provide you with valuable insight into what worked and what didn't work in your strategy. It can also help you identify areas of improvement and identify more effective approaches. When evaluating the results, consider how close you came to achieving your goals and if any unexpected outcomes arose. Once you have evaluated the outcome of your strategy, adjust accordingly. Adjusting may include making changes to your plan, abandoning it altogether, or continuing on with slight modifications. When making adjustments, consider not only the immediate outcomes, but also the potential long-term consequences. After all, strategies are meant to be long-term solutions that lead to success. By regularly assessing and adjusting your strategies, you will be better equipped to achieve the desired outcome.